Good morning, dear students. How are you? I hope all are fine. Okay, today let me discuss the next part of atomic structure. See, we have to recall once the previous classes up to now what I discussed. Okay, like J Thomson Atomic Model and Rutherford alpha particle scattering experiment and its limitations. Okay, dear students, who are watching my videos up to now from first onwards, they will understand my next class, I mean Bohr's atomic model clearly. So these two theories links I will give in cards and as well as I will keep in description also how to see. And if you are perfect in these two theories, then I will give 100% clarity regarding Bohr's atomic model. Believe me, okay, why these two theories are failed, mainly due to these are unable to explain the stability of atom. That's why these two theories failed. According to these two theories, if the particle, I mean the atom have the positive charge, then the matter never exists because positive charge particles are unstable. If the atom is unstable, then matter never exists. Now what you are seeing, the matter, all the matters, those all never exist because matters are made up of small particles, those are called atoms. Have you understood? So these two theories failed due to this reason. So in order to rectify these limitations, now one of the Danish scientists, his name Niels Bohr, came forward and he proposed his theory. It is called Niels Bohr atomic theory. Now let me explain Niels Bohr atomic theory. Now let me discuss Bohr's atomic theory. Okay. See, first point, in 1913 a Danish scientist Niels Bohr suggested an atomic model to explain the structure of an atom to overcome the Rotherford limitation. I already told you what is the Rutherford limitation. Once you have to see. Okay. Bohr's atomic theory is applicable only for one electron system like hydrogen, H, helium plus, I mean He plus and Li plus 2 and so on. And third point, the electrons in the hydrogen atom revolves around the nucleus with definite velocity in fixed closed circular paths are called orbits or shells. Okay. See, simply what is orbit? Orbit in the sense the circular path around the nucleus is called orbit or shell. Or one more definition is there. What is that? The probability in the sense chance. The probability of finding of an electron around the nucleus is maximum. Then it is called orbit or shell. Okay. This orbit or shell introduced by Niels Bohr, remember. Next, the orbits are designated in the sense represented with the letters K, L, M, N and so on etc. and with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on etc. Have you understood? Okay. The next point is the electrons revolves in the orbit whose angular momentum is equal to nh by 2 pi. Okay. See, that is angular momentum is equal to nh by 2 pi. Here angular momentum is a vector quantity. Vector quantity in the sense angular momentum has both magnitude and direction. So it is a vector. Okay. Now we know that angular momentum is equal to R cross P. Okay. R cross P. Here R in the sense radius, P in the sense momentum. So momentum we know very well, mass into velocity. It means P is equal to M into V. This one I am substituting here. Okay, then L is equal to R cross mv. Here if you remove this cross, then we will get sin theta. Okay, here now theta value how to find? See, according to Bohr, it is an atom. In the atom middle nucleus existed. Okay, so electrons are revolving around the nucleus. Here the distance between a nucleus to electron is called radius. It is R. Now this electron is revolving with a greater velocity. It is velocity. Now here angle is 90 degrees. What is the theta value? 90 degrees, remember. Now this 90 degrees you have to substitute here. Then R mv 90 degrees. Sin 90 degrees. Here what is sin 90 degrees? Sin 90 is equal to 1. We know very well. Now L is equal to RmV into 1. Now here L is equal to mvr. It means angular momentum is equal to mvr. Now first equation is there. From first equation and the second equation we can write as L is equal to mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. It is called Bohr's quantization condition. Okay, what is quantization? Quantization in the sense available in fixed amounts, fixed thing. Okay, it's called quantization. Remember. Okay, see, now let me explain the terms in Bohr's quantization condition. See, what is the Bohr's quantization condition? mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi, where m is equal to mass of the electron, v is equal to velocity of electron, r is equal to radius of orbit, n is equal to, it is a orbit or shell number 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on etc. H is equal to Planck's constant, it is equal to 6.626 into 10 power of minus 34 joule second. Okay, pi is a constant 22 by 7, it is equal to 3.14. Okay, see, it means what is the meaning here finally? See, according to Bohr, this is the atom. Around the atom, different types of orbits existed like K, L, M, N. It is also denoted by 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers. Okay, these are the orbits or shells. The circular paths around the nucleus is called orbit or shell. See, now according to Bohr, the electron which is present in the first orbit, angular momentum is equal to nh by 2 pi. Here n value, orbit value 1 because it is a first orbit. So instead of n I am writing 1h by 2 pi. Now the electron which is present in the second orbit is n value 2h by 2 pi. N value 2h by 2 pi. Now the electron present in the third orbit is n value 3. It means 3h by 2 pi. Now the electron present in the fourth orbit is n value 4. It means 4h by 2 pi. That is the meaning. Have you understood? Okay, now let me discuss the sixth point. See, what is the sixth point? Each orbit is associated with definite amount of energy. So these are called energy levels or energy states. Each orbit have some fixed amount of energy. So these orbits are called energy levels or energy states. Okay. Next point, seventh point I have to see. The energy of electron does not change as long as the electron revolves in the orbit. Hence, these orbits are called stationary orbits or stationary states. The energy of electron does not change when the electron is revolving in the fixed orbit, particular orbit. So, these orbits are also called stationary orbits or stationary states. Remember. Next is eighth point. The energy of electron changes only when the electron moves from one orbit to another orbit. Okay, when the energy of electron changes, when the electron moves from one orbit to another orbit, then only we can observe the change in the energy of electron. Okay, next, ninth point, see, if the electron absorbs the energy, now electron absorbs the energy, it means electron have more energy, then what will happen? Electron moves from lower energy orbit to higher energy orbit. Okay. Next, if the electron lost the energy, then what will happen? Electron jumps from higher energy state to lower energy state. Okay. Next, see, next 10th point I have to see. The change in energy is given by the following formula. What is that formula? Delta E is equal to E2 minus E1. It is equal to h mu. According to Planck's quantum theory, E is equal to h mu. So it is equal to h mu. Have you understood clearly? It is these all points are the Bohr's atomic theory main points. Remember. So finally, Niels Bohr rectified the limitation of Rutherford in this way. See, what is the Rutherford limitation? Rutherford unable to explain the stability of atom. He told when the electron is revolving around the nucleus, after some time electron loses its energy continuously and finally it will crash, it will fall into the nucleus. This is the limitation of Rutherford. If it is correct, then atom never exists. If it is correct, then we can't see matter. Now what is there, like that we can't see, because according to Rutherford, atom is unstable, it have positive charge. To rectify this problem, Niels Bohr suggested his theory. So he rectified like what Rutherford told, that is correct, but electron does not fall into the nucleus. Instead of that, electron can gain the energy, can lose the energy. If it is gain the energy, then it will move from lower energy state to higher energy state. If it is lose the energy, then electron moves from higher energy state to lower energy state. In this way, energy exchange, but electron won't fall in nucleus. This is the major correction of Niels Bohr. Okay, now let me discuss the next point. This point can useful in calculation of radius of orbit. Now see, here while revolution of electron, the electrostatic force between electron and nucleus provides centripetal force. Okay, while revolution of electron, then the electrostatic force between electron and nucleus provides centripetal force. Remember this point. From this point we can write electrostatic force is equal to centripetal force. Here centripetal force in the sense mv square by r. Now let me calculate electrostatic force. Electrostatic force you have to calculate Fe. Okay. See here Q1, Q2 are two charges. Now I separated these two charges with the help of small distance r. Between Q and Q2 the distance is r, remember. Now here Q1 in the sense nucleus charge, Q2 in the sense electron charge. Electron charge we know very well, that is E. Here nucleus charge you have to calculate. How can you calculate nuclear charge? See, it is a atom, okay, it is a nucleus. Electron is revolving around the nucleus. Now I want nucleus charge. Nucleus charge in the sense, in that nucleus protons, neutrons are there, but neutrons doesn't have any charge, so we no need to consider the charge of the neutron, but proton have charge, so we have to calculate only proton charge. In the nucleus so many protons are there, so that means the number of protons so many are there. Okay, now that protons have charge. Okay, so it means the nuclear charge can change from one atom to another atom. For example, for the hydrogen atom, what is the nuclear charge? Number of protons into proton charge. See, it means Z into E. Here what is the Z value of hydrogen? It means atomic number of hydrogen 1. 1 into proton charge E. Okay. For example, helium atom, what is the atomic number of helium? 2. 2 into atomic number 2, okay, into E, proton charge E. Next lithium 3 into E. It means finally here nuclear charge is Z into E. Have you understood? Okay, see next here Q1 value ZE, Q2 value E. See here we know very well Fe is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon into Q1 Q2 by R square. This is formula for electrostatic force. Now these values have to substitute here. I mean Q1 value ZE, Q2 value E. These two values have to substitute in this formula. Then Fe is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 value ZE, Q2 value E by R square. ZE into E, ZE square. It means Fe is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into ZE square by R square. It is equation number 2, it is equation number 1. Now from equation 1 and 2 we can write, already we know Fe is equal to Fc, centripetal force. Then Fe value, this one 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into ZE square by R square, it is equal to mv square by r, mv square by r. Okay, this one is very helpful to calculate the radius of orbit, Bohr's orbit. Now let me calculate radius of Bohr's orbit. Okay, see now let me calculate the radius of orbit and as well as velocity of electron, kinetic energy, potential energy, total energy also I will calculate later. Now let me calculate radius of orbit. Okay, already we calculated these two in previous class. See, Bohr's quantization condition is mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi, and this also we calculated. Okay, electrostatic force is equal to centripetal force 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into z square by r square is equal to mv square by r. Now see, let me calculate radius of orbit. We know that Bohr's quantization condition nh by 2 pi is equal to mvr. I wrote reverse. See, I have to see. Now squaring on both sides, then n square h square by 4 pi square, it is equal to m square v square r square. It is equation number A. Equation number A. Okay. Next we know that second one I have to take 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into z square by r square is equal to mv square by r. It is equation number B. Now from A and B equations, A by B I have to do this one by this one, it is equal to this one by this one, m square v square r square by mv square by r, this one. Now which things can cancel out to see? Here 4 cancelled, here pi one time cancelled. Okay, still anything? No, that only. Next here m one time cancelled, v square cancelled. Now remaining things I have to write. See, n square by h square, n square into h square, not by n square h square by pi, 1 pi remained, into this one will go to upside, then epsilon naught r square, it will reverse by z square. Okay, don't confuse, is equal to 1 m already cancelled, still 1 m remained, m r square, this r will go to upside, then r. Now here again which things will cancel out to see? This r square will cancel. Now r value how to write? This m you have to send this side. Okay, now r is equal to n square h square epsilon naught. Okay, pi, this m will come to denominator, m z e square. Okay, now this one I am writing as like this. See, here r is equal to, this one I separated, h square epsilon naught by pi m e square into n square by z. This is the constant. After substituting all the values, then we will get answer 0.53. Okay, so instead of this one I am writing 0.53 into n square by z, n square by z, Armstrongs. Okay, see, this is the formula for radius of Bohr's orbit. This formula I have to remember. Here I will write all the formulas what I will calculate from first onwards. Everything linely I will write here. Okay, now I am writing here third formula. R already we calculated. See, radius is equal to n square h square epsilon naught by pi m z e square. See, now let me calculate calculation of velocity of electron. We know that Bohr's quantization condition is mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. Here r value is there. This r value you have to substitute. Already we know r value, that you have to substitute here. Then mv into r value is equal to nh by 2 pi. Now here which things can cancel out to see? Here n one time will cancel, h one time will cancel, pi will cancel, m will cancel. Then which one remained I have to write? V into n h epsilon naught by z square, it is equal to 1 by 2. From this I want V, in the sense velocity I want. So this term I have to send this side. Then this denominator will become numerator, this numerator will become denominator. See, V is equal to z square by 2 n h epsilon naught. Okay, now here this one I am writing in this way, e square, this one I separated. Okay, because this total is constant. If you substitute all these constant in this, then you will get answer finally 2.18 into 10 power of 6. Okay, that I will substitute here. Then finally V is equal to 2.18 into 10 power of 6 z by n meter per second. Here z in the sense atomic number, n in the sense orbit number, shell number. Have you understood? This is the velocity of electron. Okay, now this velocity of electron formula also I will write here. Okay, velocity V is equal to Jd square by 2 nh epsilon naught. I wrote velocity here. Okay, next see. Next let me calculate kinetic energy. We know that kinetic energy K is equal to half mv square. So K is equal to 1 by 2 m. V value we know velocity. You have to substitute here. Jd square by nh epsilon naught whole square. This is the V value. Now K is equal to half m z square e power of 4 by 4 n square h square epsilon naught square. Which things can cancel out to see? Maybe nothing will cancel. Now this one I am writing in this way. M e power of 4 by 8 h square epsilon naught square into z square by n square. This one only I wrote in this way. Nothing. See, this is totally constant. Now you have to substitute all the values. Then finally you will get 13.6 value. So now I will write kinetic energy finally. Kinetic energy is equal to, instead of this one I will write 13.6. 13.6 into z square by n square. Electron volts. This is the formula for kinetic energy. This kinetic energy formula also I will write here. Okay. Have you understood? Okay, see. Now kinetic energy is equal to 13.6 into z square by n square electron volts. And one more formula is 13.6 value we read in the previous class. See, me power 4 by 8 epsilon naught square h square is equal to 13.6. This also you have to remember. Now let me calculate potential energy. We know that potential energy is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into minus z square by r. See here, this one how it came? It came from Q1, Q2 are the charges. I separated with r distance. Now here potential energy formula is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1, Q2 by r square. Okay, sorry r. Okay, here see, from this if you substitute Q1, Q2 values, then you will get this formula. Now see, potential energy is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught minus z square by r value already we know. Radius of orbit is n square h square epsilon naught by pi m z square. Now here which things can cancel out to see? Here what is the possibility? Maybe z square. Okay, here what will cancel? Yes, see, here potential energy is equal to z square into, this one will go to upside, pi m z square by 4 pi epsilon naught into n square h square epsilon naught. Okay, now here pi will cancel. Now here which one remained? m e power of 4 by 4 epsilon naught square. Here epsilon naught square h square into minus z square. So minus also there here by n square. Okay, now here why I wrote like this separately, do you know? Because we know 13.6 value this much. Here what is the difference between this and this? Here in denominator 4 is there, here 8 is there. So for getting 8 you have to multiply and divide this one with 2 by 2. Then here what will get? M e power of 4 by 8 epsilon naught square h square by into minus 2 z square by n square. Okay, this value already we know. This value is 13.6. Now what is the potential energy? Potential energy, this value 13.6 is equal to, here minus 2 also there. So minus 2 into 13.6 into z square by n square electron volts. Okay, it is the potential energy formula. Have you understood? Now let me calculate total energy. We know that total energy is equal to T is equal to PE plus KE, potential energy plus kinetic energy. Now these two values we know, potential energy we know, kinetic energy also we know. So these two values I am writing here. Then potential value this one, potential energy value this one, kinetic energy value this one. Now if you subtract from this and this one, then you will get final total energy is equal to minus 13.6 into Z square by N square electron volts. This formula is very very important. Remember this formula. Okay. Okay, this is today's class. If you like this video, then press the like button and please subscribe my channel. Thank you. All the very best.